got it really good. Take it away! Best variety music. Yeah. Pop music is cool. The hottest hits. Check this out, baby. You read my kind of music. You are listening to Kiss 104.7. Welcome to Barbecue Radio Network, America's premier barbecue radio show. Join your host, two-time world champion, Andy Groneman and friends, as they sink their teeth into the finest grilling, smoking, and barbecue from coast to coast with the industry's leading pitmasters. Stay tuned for great tips, techniques, and products that will enhance your backyard experience by being a part of the Barbecue Radio Network.
Thank you for tuning in and welcome to Barbecue Radio Network, where we bring barbecue's best to your backyard with tips and tricks from the leaders in the barbecue world. I'm your host, Andy G., along with the man behind the scenes, executive producer T-Bone, and my co-host, world champion pitmaster, and founder of the KC Sausage Guild, Todd Johns.
I am the founder of the KC Sausage. That was a short-lived thing, but yeah.
Yes, it was.
Man, you surprised me on that one.
I just pulled that out of my backside.
There you go.
Because I was sitting here and we were talking about water smokers off the air, which is a topic, and it was taking me all the way back because we met over a Kingfisher cooker, right?
That's right.
So
yep.
I'm like, man, as I was going back through that, I'm like, oh, now I've got something to say. I can say the Sausage Guild.
The Sausage Guild, which was a short-lived, but
highly informative and very exciting.
Oh, yeah.
event.
So we brought a bunch of locals together. And it was a, whoever's got a grinder and a sausage stuffer, bring it and bring your own pork butts or whatever. And then everyone kind of made their own. It was almost like a knitting guild.
Yeah,
but
there you go.
For sausage.
Crochet club.
Yeah,
guys.
Yeah, it was Sausage Guild.
So, we are excited today, now that we've gone down through the Wayback Machine to the KC Sausage Guild. We are excited to have a returning guest today, and that is Smoke and Magic Barbecue. Bree and Brad are going to be joining us, and from their, winning of the Made in KC championship to now, they've gone through as a year as the resident pitmaster at the Made for KC grilling experience at the airport. They've launched a bunch of products. They're ambassadors for Hooray Grills and Good Charcoal, and they've got all kinds of stuff going. So I'm really excited to talk to them, hear about everything that they've got going and how that last year was, because a lot of people want to hear what's that first year of that barbecue restaurant like.
Talk about lightning in a bottle for those. Talk about zero to hero. Like those guys, like out of a slingshot.
Yes.
And, hey, let's try this competition barbecue thing. And all of a sudden now they've got, a restaurant in the airport and products all over the place. And yeah.
And great products. So want to talk about that. And then, of course, we're definitely going to get their holiday recipes and tips and tricks. So we're going to cover that for you too. And then in our fourth segment, we are going to talk about water smokers. Last episode when we had Myron on, I brought up that, I've cooked on his water smokers and his gravity pits, and Todd was like, we should really have a whole segment on water smokers.
Well, and what got me thinking about it was, that's Myron's signature, right? Like the water smokers and all the hogs that he won at Memphis in May and all that. But Bree and Brad that are coming on the show today, they cook on a Myron Mixon H2O smoker. So really good tie-in from last show to this show, and maybe we can pick their brain a little bit on that too.
Yep. And then, of course, the OG original Weber Smoky Mountains water smokers. And as I would say, the pits that we used to cook on way back in the day, Kingfisher cookers, water smokers as well, charcoal and water. So all kinds of history and different pits we can talk about there. So that's going to be exciting. But I think it's probably time now for an Ask Andy segment.
Let's hope so.
It's about time. Yeah, there you go. And it's brought to you this week by Smoke on Wheels Bootleg Kansas City Barbecue Sauce, which, of course, you can get at All Things Barbecue. And, again, shameless plug, if you'd like a Barbecue Radio Network t-shirt, because I think I can say with some certainty that T-Bone is now caught up and has plenty of t-shirts available. We were dwindling there for a little bit, and he's got his orders in. So if you get your question used on the air, we will definitely send you one of those.
Well, Christmas time really took, the inventory took a hit because everybody's getting one this year.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody.
Well,
except for Todd.
Yeah, well.
We were talking about charcoal on that. Yeah, never mind. That's a whole nother thing. But, T-Bone, what do you got for me?
Okay, this is from Carrie Solberg in Portland, Oregon.
Hello, Carrie.
Andy, I would like to hear some options for indoor grilling that can provide the same pop as outdoors. Now, get this, there's usually kind of an eye roll going with indoor grilling and stuff like that. See,
am I doing it right now?
Todd's smirking over there, everything. But he makes a case.
All right.
It's cold outside. Nah, nobody cares. And the party is indoors. Exclamation point. Okay, now I get it. So, the party's indoors. It's cold outside. What are you doing indoors?
Well, so there's ways you can handle that. And I like to actually light a fire pit outside and get people to come out and engage with me if I'm cooking and it's cold out.
Get them to come out and keep you warm?
Yeah. And, you might have to have a little bit of bourbon in there to just help thin that blood, keep everything moving a little bit. But
more on that later.
Doctor's orders.
And again, I feel like we got great info last show, but some of that stuff, cook ahead so that you're not out there in the cold while your guests are inside. And you know who else has shared that with us? So last week Myron did, but you know who else was great about prep for the event was Rodney Scott, right? He's like, you have all this stuff, you bring it ready to go. You've got your beverages ready. You've got the stuff ready. Be a little bit further ahead, and then you don't have to be outside. I always like to cook things also that are not going to be time-consuming at the grill when I have guests over. So if I'm cooking wings or something like that, I'm smoking them, and they just get one flash finish on the grill because I don't want to be out tending those while all my guests are there.
So you're looking for a quick turnaround.
Yeah, so I would say go with items that are easily supportable on the grill so you're in and out with them. And then you can grill inside too. There are ways to do that. But the problem with that, especially when you have a party going on, is if you're using one of those indoor grills, you're still creating smoke. You're still creating, fat dripping onto things. If you're using any of the little smoke boxes or any of the tools like that you can use, you're creating smoke and steam. And now you've got all the bodies in the house, which is also putting out, water vapor and steam into the air as everybody talks and breathes. It actually makes for kind of a bad situation because that smoke and steam will just linger. Unless you've got great ventilation and a really good hood, you're going to have a lot of that lingering in the house. So I would typically avoid indoor grilling is my answer to that.
Right? Like I wouldn't put some wood chips in a pan and put it in the oven. I probably just wouldn't do that part of it because I don't want that in my house. But I might go for some char, right? I might get a pan that, has ridges on it or something over a burner that I can get some char. So
you could also use a butane torch to get some of that too, get some of that extra color after you've seared off.
Yep. Preheat a cast iron pan, and, put some chops or a steak or something on and get some char on it.
Yeah, you can get a good Maillard reaction without necessarily being over coals or over a true grilling surface.
Right.
So I would stick to something like that. Again, I think your biggest enemy is going to be any char, anything that you're getting is creating smoke in the house, and then you've got to expel that without making your guests want to go outside into the cold. So that's going to be what you have to deal with. So that is a great question, Carrie. And we will get a T-shirt headed your way to Portland. But next, we are going to be talking with the Grand Champion Barbecue team, Smoke and Magic. Bree and Brad are going to be joining us. You can check them out at smokeandmagic.com. You can also check out their Instagram at Smoke and Magic or Facebook at Smoke and Magic. They even have a TikTok. Sorry, I was going to say Twitter. They have a TikTok that is smoke_and_magic. _BBQ. So all of that is there. You want to go check them out. It's Bree and Brad from Smokin' Magic. Next, right here on Barbecue Radio Network.
We build a grill, Holstein Manufacturing.
You have a better recipe for when you grill. Better ingredients, better cuts of meat, and because you're using a grill from Holstein Manufacturing, well, a better grill. You take grilling seriously, and at Holstein Manufacturing, we make a serious grill. Find your new grill now at HolsteinMFG.com.
We build a grill, Holstein Manufacturing.
Holstein Manufacturing, we build a grill.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah.
You remember that ball game we went to a couple years ago?
Sure.
And how you didn't have enough cash for 2 hot dogs, so you walked with me on your shoulders until we found an ATM? And then when we got back to our seats, we never saw the hot dog guy again.
Well, I don't remember all that.
Yeah, that was an awesome game.
You never know which moments will be the ones that remember forever. So take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 1-877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Wake up and text. Text and eat. Text and catch the bus. Text and miss your stop. Wait. Text and be late to work. Sorry, I'm late. Text and work. Text and pretend to work. Text and act surprised when someone calls you out for not working. Who, me? Text and meet up with a friend you haven't seen in forever.
Hi.
Oh, hey. Text and complain that they're on their phone the whole time. Text and listen to them complain that you're on your phone the whole time. Text and whatever. But when you get behind the wheel, give your phone to a passenger. Put it in the glove box. Just don't text and drive. Visit StopTextsStopWrecks.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Hi, folks. Dick here with Auto World in downtown Hayes. Our $500 off sale is going. Spin the wheel of fortune for more savings. All the fun right now. Auto World, downtown Hayes.
This is the season to make memories. And what better way to capture the magic than with 4 lines of Viero's Better Unlimited for $100 a month? That even includes 4 iPhone 14s on us when you trade in any phone, any condition for each iPhone 14. So dash your way into Viero today, where we'll keep you connected to all those who matter most. From our family to yours, we wish you the happiest of holidays. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Happy holidays from us to you here at Big Creek Crossing in Hayes. We want to thank you for your continued support and hope to see you around for a great shopping experience filled with holiday cheer. As always, don't forget to come on down to see Santa during select hours starting November 24th.
Calling motivated Kansans. It's time to level up your career by earning an associate degree or technical certificate for a high-wage, high-demand job. Best of all, you may be able to go back to school tuition-free. What are you waiting for? Sign up to receive our Kansas Careers Guide at levelupks.com.
Saluting 50 years of hip-hop, back in a moment. When you're in the first ever Toyota Grand Highlander, every moment's grander. Even calling dibs on your favorite seat.
All right, kids, let's pack it up.
Wait, passenger seat. I need to charge my phone. Not fair. I need to charge mine.
No way. I got first dibs today.
You know you can charge your phones from pretty much any seat, right?
With 3 rows of spacious seating and 7 USB-C charging ports, life's grander in the first ever Grand Highlander. Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, soccer, Miss Jackson.
An Atlanta hip-hop rap duo made up of Andre 3000 and Big Boy. They originally wanted to be called the Misfits, but that name was already in play, so they took the next name that meant the same, Outkast. In 2001, Outkast won 2 Grammy Awards, and this song helped them win Album of the Year in 2004. Highlander.
The Taco Shop has been serving area since 1970. December specials include Sanchez, $3.89, pork quesadilla, $4.49, and a chicken taco salad, $5.89. And don't forget, Taco Shop gift cards make great Christmas gifts and stocking stuffers.
Come on down to the Taco Shop. You never had it. You never had it so good. The Taco Shop.
Simpson Farm Enterprises carries the Apache line of sprayers, and there's a reason. In fact, there's several reasons. Apache sprayers come in 5 different models to fit every size of operation. They feature premium technology and the exclusive power-to-the-ground mechanical-driven traction. Most of all, the 5-year warranty offered by Apache is unmatched. That's why they have the highest retained value in the industry. See Simpson Farm Enterprises today at any of their 5 locations and spray with the best you can buy.
Jewelry repair, maintenance, and custom crafting of jewelry pieces is at the forefront of our mission at Diamond Art Jewelry. Hi, I'm the owner, Dustin Rhodes, and I like to correlate jewelry maintenance to vehicle maintenance. When your car is new, an oil change and occasional wash are about all you need. But as your vehicle gets older, it often needs a tune-up and alignment to keep it running smoothly. It's the same for jewelry. A light polish and steam will get newer jewelry back to glowing. But as it gets a little older, it might need a little more care. And that's where we come in. Our bench jeweler has over 30 years of experience and will ensure your prized possession looks and wears like new. At Diamond Art Jewelry, we use the best equipment, skilled local craftsmanship, and quality materials with an average 2-day turnaround on repair work. And just like my 94 F-150, bringing those pieces passed down through generations back to life might be the most satisfying part of our jobs. Trust my staff at Diamond Art Jewelry for your next tune-up or alignment, and let's get that jewelry noticed again. Diamond Art Jewelry, online at diamondkansas.com or stop by 807 Main Street in beautiful downtown Hayes.
Hey, it's Nikki here from the Midday Show. Join me every Wednesday during the 1 o'clock hour for your chance to win a free cup of coffee from our friends at Scooters and Hayes. It's the Midday Show's midweek pick-me-up from Scooters and Hayes, right here on KISS 104.7.
Barbecue Radio Network. I'm Andy G, along with T-Bone, our executive producer, and my co-host and barbecue expert, Todd Johns. And we've got a returning guest this week. And as winners of the Made for KC Barbecue Contest, they were the resident pit masters for the barbecue experience at the KCI Airport. They've launched a line of great barbecue products and, of course, have still been out there tearing up the barbecue circuit. So check out their website, smokeandmagic.com, and you can keep up with them on all the social media through Facebook and Instagram at Smoke and Magic. Welcome to the show, Bree and Brad. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. Thank you for having us tonight.
Yeah, thank you, guys. It's always a pleasure to be on the show.
Well, we are glad to have you. So, like I said, you guys have been out tearing up the circuit. How was the Jack Daniel's World Invitational?
It was everything and more that I had hoped for. I've watched videos and talked to people that have been to the Jack before, and it just doesn't do it justice until you're sitting on the grounds and just looking out over the teams and realizing you've made it there.
Yeah, I always say that everybody's happy that's there. Like, there's a lot of contests where somebody shows up and they're grumpy. Everybody's happy in the holler. It's like, you can't not be happy. You can't get a big grin on your face when you're there.
I just realized I'm the only person on the show right now that hasn't won pork at the Jack.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, because you've won pork at the Jack.
Yes, I've won pork at the Jack. And I wonder who else on the show has won pork at the Jack. We were just talking off air about whether or not that recipe was going to get released to the public.
Well, for the right price.
I saw it on social media.
We actually got a class last weekend, and it was 95% of what we did at the Jack to win first place. So,
but now these students in our class were not competition. They were just the average people that fire up their barbecue pits on the back porch on the weekend to feed their family, and they just wanted to come in and figure out how to up their barbecue game on the back porch. And so we gave them a lot of tips and tricks that we do, and we did talk about the flavor profiles that we use in competition, showed them what we use, including what we used on the pork at the Jack.
So the 5% that you didn't get included, what would that be?
Trim.
And is that the part where Brad dropped it on the ground and then had to wash it off real quick?
It was that little extra special that was in there that we'll never be able to replicate again.
Yeah, no. It's the Jack True Grit.
Yeah, the True Grit. There we go. Well, you guys have several classes coming up. What all are you guys doing class-wise?
Well, yeah, we I have a class January 20th at American Fire from 11 to 2. We're going to be talking about how to spatchcock chicken. We're going to be cooking up some ribs. We're going to talk and show how to cold smoke cheese, do some cast iron skillet Brussels sprouts with bacon. And then Brad has this amazing cast iron apple pie that he does. And so we're going to show everyone how to do that. He likes to put some caramel on the top of it. And, oh, it is so good.
Anytime you're doing pies in cast iron or cobblers, like that's just the best ever anyway.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so good. And then we've also got a class at American Fire in February, on February 3rd. It's going to be all like Super Bowl snack foods where we're going to do like mini cheeseburgers, like little mini White Castle cheeseburgers, but with Wagyu burger. We're going to do some pig shots, some wings, a savory king crab cake that I do with, I'll do with little mini shrimp, in that, and it's kind of like a Cajun take on it, but it feeds a lot. And we'll be showing how to use all the different cookers, from pellet cookers to offsets to ceramics to gas, whatever the people have on, at home that they cook on. We're going to show them how to cook these recipes on those pits.
And it's funny. Last episode, we had Myron on, and we were talking about some of the different pits. But you guys use a Myron, don't you?
Yeah. We have a Myron 60-inch H2O. That was the original pit we got started on, and it still comes out of the trailer every weekend when we cook. And I don't know that anything will ever replace that. We absolutely love our Myron cooker.
Yeah, so Todd and I are talking water pits later. So we'll probably pick your brain in the next segment on that just a little bit, because we're going to be going deep on water cookers in the fourth segment. But so you guys. Came right out of the chute. You won that Made for KC contest in 22. So 2023, you guys have really, on top of cooking the Jack and doing the other contests and all of that, you've managed to launch a line of products. You've successfully navigated being the resident pit masters at the new airport, which, opened this year. So you guys were the inaugural players in that space. Give us a little bit of thought around how that's gone, what it was like to have to develop the products and get those to market, and then what are you doing with those? Because my favorite is your Bloody Mary mix. The spicy Bloody Mary mix is off the charts good. It's a staple at the house, and it's always great. But give us a little bit of thought there around the whole thing.
So the airport has been a fun experience. We've learned a lot. They've learned a lot. And I can probably say unofficially, but we're probably the only barbecue restaurant in an airport that can say it's award-winning now. We did receive an award for top 5 best pulled pork in Kansas City, and that was out of an airport, which is awesome. So hats off to the crew up there for just knocking our recipes out of the park.
Well, and you spend a lot of time and effort in terms of training and getting those things right. I remember the early on stages, and you guys were very hands-on in terms of making sure they did things the right way.
Absolutely. We wanted to make sure that our standards were met, with keeping in mind the cost of doing business in the airport. And so there was a lot of back and forth on, how to make things work both ways. And we really came to a happy medium where all parties were happy. And it's been a huge success. We couldn't be more happy with the outcome.
Well, it's hard enough to open a barbecue restaurant. It's hard enough to open a restaurant. It's hard enough to do it in Kansas City, but then to do it in an airport, like you guys took me behind the scenes when things were first starting out. And I mean, the logistics of operating in a high security environment like an airport, where your hours of operation are so great. But I know we need to get going on, but I mean, it's impressive what you guys have done.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, it's the biggest thing that nobody thinks about with that when you talk about heightened security is that all the knives have to be tethered.
That's the first thing I think of, is the knives tethered to the wall.
Yep. And I'm left-handed, and they're tethered for right-handed people. So that was awful difficult.
She was not allowed in the cut area. Well, when we come back, of course, we are talking with Bree and Brad of Smokin' Magic, and you can check out their website at smokinmagic.com, where you can get all their award-winning products, as well as some of the great recipes to use them in. Follow them on Instagram at Smokin' Magic. Talking more with Bree and Brad next, right here on Barbecue Radio Network.
Came with a warning app.
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
A heads up before something bad happens.
You should not send that text.
Uh-oh. Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes, you can reverse prediabetes and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. To learn your risk, take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Remember the time you almost volunteered to work in a soup kitchen? Or when you almost visited the Veterans Hospital? Or when you almost brought dinner to your neighbor with AIDS? Remember all the times you almost helped, almost gave? Well, it's only human, this almost giving. But the truth is, it's the same as not giving at all. Don't almost give, give. Visit our website at don'talmostgive.org. A message from the Ad Council.
Announcing Barton Community College's newest program, Music Accompaniment. Whether you're a seasoned pianist or just starting your musical journey, Music Accompaniment is designed to elevate your talents and understanding of the music industry. Complete a certificate in 1 year or earn your associate degree. Classes can even be tailored to match your future career goals. At Barton, you're not just a student, you're part of a family that is passionate about music. Learn more at playpiano.bartoncccc.edu.
Get ahead of the fall rush with Worth Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning of Hayes. Don't wait until the chill sets in. Our skilled technicians are standing by to make sure your home is ready for the changing season. Schedule your plumbing and heating system checkup now and experience worry-free comfort all season long. Worth Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning of Hayes.
Don't wait, because you're worth it.
The Taco Shop has been serving Nereus since 1970. December specials include Sanchez, $3.89, pork quesadilla, $4.49, and a chicken taco salad, $5.89. And don't forget, Taco Shop gift cards make great Christmas gifts and stocking stuffers.
Come on down to the Taco Shop. You never had it. You never had it so good. Taco Shop.
Come find the best holiday deals at Viero Wireless all season long. Starting now, get 4 lines of Viero's Better Unlimited for $100 a month, along with 4 iPhone 14s on us when you trade in any phone, any condition for each iPhone 14. Or if 1 line is all you need, get the fantastic new iPhone 15 on us when you activate or renew select unlimited plans. Find the perfect gift at your local Viero store or online at viero.com today. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
Simpson Farm Enterprises carries the Apache line of sprayers, and there's a reason. In fact, there are several reasons. Apache sprayers come in 5 different models to fit every size of operation. They feature premium technology and the exclusive power-to-the-ground mechanical-driven traction. Most of all, the 5-year warranty offered by Apache is unmatched. That's why they have the highest retained value in the industry. See Simpson Farm Enterprises today at any of their 5 locations and spray with the best you can buy.
Jewelry repair, maintenance, and custom crafting of jewelry pieces is at the forefront of our mission at Diamond Art Jewelry. Hi, I'm the owner, Dustin Rhodes, and I like to correlate jewelry maintenance to vehicle maintenance. When your car is new, an oil change and occasional wash are about all you need. But as your vehicle gets older, it often needs a tune-up and alignment to keep it running smoothly. It's the same for jewelry. A light polish and steam will get newer jewelry back to glowing, but as it gets a little older, it might need a little more care. And that's where we come in. Our bench jeweler has over 30 years of experience and will ensure your prized possession looks and wears like new. At Diamond Art Jewelry, we use the best equipment, skilled local craftsmanship, and quality materials with an average 2-day turnaround on repair work. And just like my 94 F-150, bringing those pieces passed down through generations back to life might be the most satisfying part of our jobs. Trust my staff at Diamond Art Jewelry for your next tune-up or alignment, and let's get that jewelry noticed again. Diamond Art Jewelry, online at diamondkansas.com or stop by 807 Main Street in beautiful downtown Hayes.
Precision Valley Golf Center in Hayes is the perfect place to take your friends, family, or that special someone for an evening of fun. They have virtual driving ranges that simulate the top courses in America. They also have a fantastic mini golf course outside along with a driving range. And for the hardcore golf enthusiasts, you'll find a complete pro shop with all the top brand names in the game. If you haven't been to the Precision Valley Golf Center in Hayes, then you're missing out. Get in the game. Go see them today at 1500 West 27th Street in Hayes.
PXNC, Nest City, Hayes, Great Bend, La Crosse. This is KISS 104.7. You could be driving from the Brett Spa Zoo in Great Bend to Pizza Plus in Nest City, and KISS 104.7 would still be jamming on your radio. Now that's a lot of music.
The number one hit music station, 104.7 KISS
Network with my co-host Pitmaster Todd Johns, our executive producer T-Bone, and I'm Andy G, and we are back talking with Bree and Brad from Smokin' Magic. You can check them out at smokinmagic.com, where you can subscribe to their mailing list and keep up to date with everything they've got going on. Welcome back, guys. What's up?
Not a lot. Thank you guys for having us on the show tonight.
Well, so I'm excited because of, we were talking about all the stuff you've got going, and I'm going to hit on your products here in a minute, but you've got one more event coming up. You mentioned classes all the way out to February, but what do you got going on in April?
Wow. Well, April, we have kind of a bucket list competition. We've been invited to go to Meatstock in Sydney, Australia. So Meatstock is this festival, like the way I describe it, it's like kind of like the strongman competitions where they're like lifting the cars and the big stone balls and all that going on. They have that going on. They have a barbecue competition going on. They have the world's greatest beard going on. They have all this stuff. I've only seen it before in pictures or in social media, but they have huge stages where they invite different featured pitmasters over to do some demos. So you've got big name people that come over there that they have over, like Jess Prylis is a big one that's there every year. I'm pretty sure anyway. And then they said that they would love to have us come over. So we're going. I think Luton Booty's been several times. You got Mo Cason over there. You got all kinds of great pitmasters that have been part of that meat stock. I think Diva Q may have been for a meat stock once, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Down there.
And it's a pretty darn cool event. They do it in multiple cities there. It's kind of like the Q festivals here, but on like a much grander scale. And you'll love the people over there too, by the way. Sydney's amazing. So I can't wait to talk to you guys when you get back from that experience and let us know kind of what you think of it and how all that went, because you're going to love it.
Yeah, we're super excited. We're going to get to compete at the Australian Barbecue Association, where they've got the same 4 like KCBS meats. And then they have lamb as an extra category. And then they've also got an SCA steak cook going on. So we're going to get to experience all those while we're down there as well.
Yeah, the cool thing about ABA is they roll in other categories and it counts towards your grand. So they did, when I used to cook the Burley Heads contest, the Burley contest had a seafood category because they're obviously right there on the coast. So you've got all this Gold Coast amazing seafood. So they had a seafood category that was always absolutely banging and just a lot of fun. The ABA contests are a lot of fun. So yeah, you guys are going to enjoy the heck out of that. So you're going to have to let us know when you get back from that. And then I know you got the Shields Barbecue Academy coming up shortly after that. So you guys are just pretty much jammed up all the way through spring.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
she doesn't let me get a breath in. So she keeps me running.
Well, and somehow, though, you guys have launched an entire line of sauces and rubs in your Bloody Mary mix during this whole window, too. So tell us a little bit about that. How's that going?
It's been going great. Right now, I believe we're into almost 30 stores, and we're in like 19 states, and then we're also in Canada. And then in the spring, Shields, they picked us up, so we'll be in, I think they've got 32 stores nationwide, so we'll be in all 32 of their stores. But it's been going really well. Bloody Mary mix, of course, is going phenomenal, and liter bottles will be coming out in the spring, so we're really excited about that. That's what everybody has been asking and waiting for.
I don't know why they don't want gallons. That's just silly. That's just silliness.
You can cook with it, so it's not just a drink.
You know, I haven't used it in chili, but you just gave me a great idea.
So chilies, so meatballs, spaghetti sauces, meatloafs, anything you'd use a tomato based in. And my favorite is our smoked oysters. So you shuck the raw oyster for the Bloody Mary mix into the half shell with the oyster, smoke it for that like 4 minutes or so, and then you add freshly grated Parmesan and a few pieces of fresh cilantro, and it is amazing.
It's like eating a steak.
It's oh yeah.
That sounds awesome.
It's amazing. Brad has to get his own dozen whenever we make them.
Well, speaking of recipes, you know, we are heading into the holidays. What are your go-to holiday dishes that you want to share with our listeners that are just going to like help them knock it out of the park for the holiday table this year?
So we always like to pick items that will feed the masses. So we're going to look for, you know, our big cuts of meat, obviously for the protein. So we're going to do a brisket, we're going to do a pork butt, or we're going to do a turkey, or a prime rib is another one of our favorites. It's probably is our favorite.
It's our favorite.
Yeah, I was going to say prime ribs always like having that center table.
And then a good one that we've recently picked up on before we went to the Jack is candied yams. So like mashed potatoes with sweet potatoes. Add a little bit of Gentleman Jack into that, like just a couple ounces of Gentleman Jack into that sweet potato mix, and you will thank me later. It's absolutely insane how good that is, how well the sweet potato and the whiskey pairs together.
And what's interesting about that, and you guys, I'm assuming you got to go to Miss Mary Bobo's too, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So you know, when we were talking with them, you can substitute 1-to-1 Jack Daniel's whiskey for vanilla, because it is the exact same proof as vanilla. And when you think about bourbon or whiskey, Tennessee whiskey, the oak and the flavor from those oak barrels, one of the predominant flavors in that is vanillin, which is the same flavor compound in vanilla. So you can use that in any baking that you do as a substitute for vanilla. So when you don't have vanilla around, you can always go grab a little Tennessee whiskey or bourbon and just use that instead.
Well, just look how much your listeners just learned today in that 2 minutes.
So
that's what happens when I shut up.
Todd's like, all right, here we go.
So I'm just thinking about whiskey now.
Well, I always think about it.
That's a future show, I hope.
Maybe so.
Maybe so.
That's foreshadowing, by the way.
Yes.
Yes, that's some foreshadowing. But to get back on task, in a minute or less, give me your prime rib recipe. Right. Like your cook process.
So basically, I'm gonna use salt, pepper, garlic. I'll probably throw a little bit of rosemary, thyme, and basil, crushed, dried, in with that, and basically slow cook it till about, probably going to go about 115, 120 internal temp, and then I will slice and do a sear to whatever temperature somebody wants it. If there's, probably not any friend of mine would want, you know, a medium or medium well, but if somebody wants it a little more done, that's what I'm going to hit it with.
So you do a sear on the end. So you actually take it off of the full slab and slice it and sear it.
Yes.
Ah, okay. That's a little bit different take. That takes a little extra work too. I usually just force them to have a nice medium rare piece.
Or give them the end.
eating, that's what happens. That's its good way.
Well, thank you guys so much for being on. And don't forget to head on over to Instagram and check out Smoke and Magic. And you can also hit them on Facebook at Smoke and Magic to see what cool things they are up to. Go to their website, smokeandmagic.com, and pick up some of those championship-winning barbecue seasonings and sauces. And then coming up, we're going to be talking with Todd about water smokers. We're going to hit on that Myron Mixon water smoker. We're going to talk about Kingfishers. We're going to talk about bullet smokers. We're going to cover them all right here on Barbecue Radio Network.
We build a grill, Holstein Manufacturing.
You have a better recipe for when you grill. Better ingredients, better cuts of meat, and because you're using a grill from Holstein Manufacturing, well, a better grill. You take grilling seriously, and at Holstein Manufacturing, we make a serious grill. Find your new grill now at HolsteinMFG.com.
We build a grill, Holstein Manufacturing.
Holstein Manufacturing, we build the grill. Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see. Depression won't show up on an eye chart, and you won't find PTSD by looking at a thermometer. Sorting out a mental health concern takes professional diagnosis and treatment. Anxiety won't just go away under a bandage. If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, call 1-800-662-HELP for free and confidential information and treatment referral. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
Wireless internet and TV, connected all together with GBT. When your home or business needs security, connected all together with GBT. Nextech Wireless has a plan to serve your needs. See how easy switching over now can be. We're the gateway to broadband and technology, connected all together with GBT.
Attention high school juniors, explore your career paths at Barton Community College's Junior Day on February 14th. This fun and free day features an on-campus tour, giveaways, yard games, pizza, and did we mention $3,000 in scholarships will be up for grabs. Learn about a variety of career paths, some of which can get you into the workforce and making money in just one semester. Sign up online now through February 1st at juniorday.bartoncccc.edu.
Get ahead of the fall rush with Worth Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning of Hayes. Don't wait until the chill sets in. Our skilled technicians are standing by to make sure your home is ready for the changing season. Schedule your plumbing and heating system checkup now and experience worry-free comfort all season long. Worth Heating, Plumbing, and Air Conditioning of Hayes.
Don't wait, because you're worth it.
The Taco Shop has been serving Nereus since 1970. December specials include Sanchez, $3.89, pork quesadilla, $4.49, and a chicken taco salad, $5.89. And don't forget, Taco Shop gift cards make great Christmas gifts and stocking stuffers.
Come on down to the taco shop. You never had it. You never had it so good. Taco shop.
Simpson Farm Enterprises carries the Apache line of sprayers, and there's a reason. In fact, there are several reasons. Apache sprayers come in 5 different models to fit every size of operation. They feature premium technology and the exclusive power-to-the-ground mechanical-driven traction. Most of all, the 5-year warranty offered by Apache is unmatched. That's why they have the highest retained value in the industry. See Simpson Farm Enterprises today at any of their 5 locations and spray with the best you can buy.
Jewelry repair, maintenance, and custom crafting of jewelry pieces is at the forefront of our mission at Diamond Art Jewelry. Hi, I'm the owner, Dustin Rhodes, and I like to correlate jewelry maintenance to vehicle maintenance. When your car is new, an oil change and occasional wash are about all you need. But as your vehicle gets older, it often needs a tune-up and alignment to keep it running smoothly. It's the same for jewelry. A light polish and steam will get newer jewelry back to glowing, but as it gets a little older, it might need a little more care. And that's where we come in. Our bench jeweler has over 30 years of experience and will ensure your prized possession looks and wears like new. At Diamond Art Jewelry, we use the best equipment, skilled local craftsmanship, and quality materials with an average 2-day turnaround on repair work. And just like my 94 F-150, bringing those pieces passed down through generations back to life might be the most satisfying part of our jobs. Trust my staff at Diamond Art Jewelry for your next tune-up or alignment, and let's get that jewelry noticed again. Diamond Art Jewelry, online at diamondkansas.com or stop Stop by 807 Main Street in beautiful downtown Hayes.
Precision Valley Golf Center in Hayes is the perfect place to take your friends, family, or that special someone for an evening of fun. They have virtual driving ranges that simulate the top courses in America. They also have a fantastic mini golf course outside along with a driving range. And for the hardcore golf enthusiasts, you'll find a complete pro shop with all the top brand names in the game. If you haven't been to the Precision Valley Golf Center in Hayes, you're missing out. Get in the game. Go see them today at 1500 West 27th Street in Hayes.
Here on Barbecue Radio Network, this segment is brought to you by Holstein Manufacturing. Check them out at HolsteinMFG.com. They have NSF certified cookers and grills, and of course the corn roasters, which are my favorite. And don't forget their mobile event and catering rigs. Check them all out at HolsteinMFG.com. Man,
what a fun couple, right?
Yes.
What a fun couple, and just like firing on all cylinders. This is, like I said in the beginning, this is zero to hero. These are backyard cooks, just like the two of us when we started, and they're just doing it all.
Yeah, I love that they're just diving into all the opportunities. It reminds me a lot of another couple that's friends of ours with Burnt Finger, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Megan and Jason, from that first hit where the bacon explosion took off to now, they capitalized on that opportunity and just said yes so many times and have turned it into an amazing career. And holy cow, these guys are a year in and they're going to Meat Stock in Sydney.
Yeah.
That is going to be game changing for them because there's so many people from all over the globe that come in for that. It's just going to be a great networking experience for them. I'm so excited.
You know, when you look back 20, 30, 10, 20, 30 years of this whole barbecue scene, and you see, great example is Burnt Finger and Megan and Jason, right? And they, kind of learned from people that were already established and then went to new heights with what they've done. And now you've got Bree and Brad that are taking similar roadmaps that have been laid out in front of them. And that's the cool thing about kind of the legacy part of this whole barbecue thing. So it's really cool.
It's just great to see that happen. And then to win pork at the Jack, that's like the capstone for the year, right? Now they won the contest to get there. They've been successful and won the award in the restaurant industry for their pork. Their products are killing it. And then the capstone, they win pork at the World Invitational. That is...
but this is what happens, right? You work, and then all of a sudden, they went from their first grand championship to these world championships in a year and a half.
Yeah.
But that's what happens. You work, and then you get to that point where things just start to click, and you understand what you're doing, and you just find your way into it, and then good things start happening, like hand over fist. It's awesome. Love seeing it.
Yep. Can't wait to see what happens this next year. So it's time now for our All Things Barbecue product spotlight. And of course, their website is atbbq.com. All Things Barbecue has all the tools and accessories you need to take your barbecue to the next level. So get fired up and get the supplies to do it all at All Things Barbecue. So Todd, what do you got for us this week?
So, this chili crunch thing that took over, it swept the nation. Swept? Yeah. It just was all over the place, this chili crunch thing. Well, Casey Canning Company has their own version of the Chili Crunch. And so you can get it at All Things Barbecue, Kansas City Canning Company, everything Chili Crunch. So this is like the traditional kind of crunch thing, but with everything bagel kind of stuff in it. It's really, really fantastic and fun.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Oh, this Chili Crunch is...
to me,
I know.
A super traditional Chili Crunch is what I'm at. I guess it would be okay with some sesame and other stuff in it, but
right, the sesame. So let me read what they've got here. This Chili Crunch is inspired by everything bagel spices, spicy, savory, crunchy, and delicious. You'll want this product on literally everything you eat. And so it's got the dried garlic, poppy seeds, black sesame seeds, white sesame seeds, dried onion, coarse Korean chili flake, crushed red pepper, salt, and spices. So little something, little twist, but I think it sounds like a fun product. And yeah, there you go. Kansas City Canning Company.
Awesome. That is excellent.
All right. Water smokers.
Yeah, let's jump into water smokers.
All right. So what makes a water smoker? I think we kind of start there. Well, water obviously is the key word here. So, what's the difference between a water smoker and a dry smoker? And so when we're talking about offsets like our Yoder, Cimarrons, and, that's Texas style, the Jambos and things, that'd be a dry smoker. You're usually cooking with just wood in those, and
the moisture coming into the pit is the moisture that is left in the wood.
Left in the wood, right. And so it's a little drier. There's rapid air movement. But in a water smoker, and we're talking about the kind of OG backyard water smoker, is the WSM, the Weber Smoky Mountain, or the Weber Bullet. Thousands and thousands of those sold and used for decades. And it would be a bed of coals, a little pot of coals in the bottom, but then between the cooking racks and the fire is a water basin.
Yes.
And it's used in that style, that vertical style, as a dampener, so that the heat isn't so direct. But it also is steaming off that water as well and making the chamber very, very humid versus kind of moderately humid or almost arid, like so you're almost like cooking a little with steam, not high steam, but you're cooking with a high moisture environment. And so when Myron was on the show last week, he, talked about chicken, and I don't remember if it was on air or off air, but he's talking about, chicken and pork butts and how, those meats really take to that high moisture environment. And so Myron, he wasn't the originator, but he definitely put water smokers for big meats on the market.
Oh yeah. And today we're talking with Bree and Brad. They use a Myron H2O
60
pit. Yeah. And the key with those is you get a few things by having the water in the chamber that in that prevalent of a fashion. Number one, it acts like a heat sink. Steam is going to be 212 degrees. And so if you have some radiant heat that's taking it above that steam to go above 212, you have to change state again. It has to completely evaporate and be gone.
Right.
And then the heat can go up higher. So you're helping maintain your temperatures in the pit with that much water vapor in there.
Stable temperatured environment.
Yep, you got a stable temperature. It also helps grab that smoke and hold the smoke in the chamber.
This is Compass Media Network's presentation of the NFL.
So 54, snap and hold are good. Kick is on the way, plenty of leg, and it is good! It's a walk-off! The Texans have won it on a 54-yard field goal.
Now he's going to run. Minshew right up the middle to the 10. Caught! He's into the end zone! Touchdown! Gardner Minshew! 17 yards off a beautiful play fake, and then a run, and Minshew's in the end zone.
Hand off to Robinson, running hard left at the 5. He's going to score! Touchdown, Atlanta! Bijan Robinson.
Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, where the Atlanta Falcons host the Indianapolis Colts. Today's coverage of the NFL is sponsored by Charmin, Indeed.com, Grainger, Wendy's, and by NFL.com.
You're home for NFL Sunday all season long in Hayes and Great Bend. It's KXNC, Nest City, 104.7 KISS FM.
Now let's head to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, where Bill Rosinski and Brian Baldinger kick off today's coverage of the National Football League on Compass Media Networks.
Hello, everyone. Along with Brian Baldinger, I'm Bill Rosinski. John Rothstein will join us shortly from the Compass Media Network studios in New York City. This is Week 16 in the National Football League, and both the Colts and Falcons in the hunt to make the postseason party. The Colts, you might recall, were going with a rookie quarterback this year, Anthony Richardson. He got hurt in early October. In steps Gardner Minshew, and Baldy, since November 5th, They've won 5 of their last 6. And not only are the Colts 8-6 and a wild card right now, they still have a chance to win the AFC South. It's been quite a season.
It has been, especially when you consider it's a rookie coach, you know, that has got a new staff in here. It's a new way of doing things. And Shane Steichen has done a great job. And I think it starts up front. I think the offensive line, it's really come together, Bill. You saw it last week against Pittsburgh. Even down 13-0, they never got away from the run, Bill. You know, we saw a couple of young guys and Trey Sermon and Tyler Goodson. They keep running it, and really Gardner Minshew has given them a veteran presence and just a confidence that when he's in there, they're going to get him to the right play. They're going to be able to execute.
The Falcons are switching quarterbacks now. Brian, we've seen this throughout the NFL this year. So many guys in and out of the lineup, mainly because of injuries. These two guys are healthy. Ritter and Heineke are healthy. Ritter was so bad